Welcome to another episode of Bad Restaurant Reviews. Today we are calling out McDonald's again. If you laugh, hit that like button. What was your worst McDonald's experience? Comment below. This is the second McDonald's in STL that didn't have coffee made for any products other than a frappe. Received a pathetic slushie as a substitute, liquid with foam on top. I'm trying to figure out why this McDonald's still opening. I just went there for breakfast, they forgot the main thing, like why? Late night service took forever and the burgers were cold and cheese wasn't melted. The fries were the best part of the meal. I do believe they were short staffed, so I get that, but the food could have been better. Horrible experience. The lady didn't know y'all's menu. Didn't get anything on my daughter's sandwich. Took forever, then they wasn't sure whose order was whose. All 3 orders of fries was dumped out into the bag because it was packed wrong. They either need new management or need some help. Employees need to understand they are feeding people. Put some effort into your job. If you want to go to McDonald's that employees get paid for not working and will always be closed after 12 with employees inside, this is a good place. Bad service order is always wrong and employees never want to take care of you. Worst McDonald's ever. Rude employees, slow service. Says 24 hours but it's not. Tried ordering on the app and my order got cancelled twice. They really need to update their hours. I just got home and realized what I got was not even close to what I ordered. The receipt is taped to the bag and I do not understand how they messed up this bad. Update. I drove back and they refused to make the whole order again. Gave me a cold cheeseburger and chicken nuggets. So I guess if they mess up you gotta pay for it. Awful. Just absolutely disgusting. The managers make their own hours to service selected personal friends. The food was horrible and cold. I have never been so disappointed in a restaurant in a long time. They must be understaffed, but the line was at a standstill for 20 minutes and the lady who did my order refused to let me sub out a drink with a McFlurry. I understand that it might not be in a meal, but to not allow me to order the items separately is ridiculous. Then my order was made incorrectly. Absolute worst McDonald's been to date. Should really consider changing your open 24-hour time if you won't accept orders at 3 AM. Rude workers. Give Diet Coke when I order a Coke past 3 times I've been. Consistent trash quality. Burgers are stale. Not open 24/7 like stated. Horrible customer service and cold food. Rude. I went there twice today. Waited well over 15 minutes both times I was there. The second time was for a DoorDash delivery and I told the lady I had an order and she was rude to me over the mic. I understand being short staffed. I've worked food industry. I get it, but I wasn't even rude for her to be rude to me. The lady manager so bad, services need change this person. Lol, what? Anyone leaving a good review was clearly paid. Only thing keeping this one open is that there is not another one downtown, and possibly the day crew. Cause the night crew all needs to be under serious review. They pick and choose when to claim they are open and never have anything available on the menu. Ever. The food was hot and fresh, but I ordered and paid for a double quarter pounder meal. Large, meaning large fry and drink plus a 10-piece McNugget. What I got was a regular quarter pounder in a double quarter pounder box, large fry, medium tea and a 10-piece McNugget. Not impressed. Possibly the worst McDonald's I've ever experienced. Absolutely the worst. It should be shut down. They are never ready for breakfast, they leave you sitting outside. Don't say nothing to you, everyone needs to be fired. This McDonald's has a lot of immature employees. I'm pretty sure management did not know that they turned away all its customers with no explanation. Simply, we don't have any food, so unless you want a drink we closed. How can the entire McDonald's be out of food? Then I drove around and saw staff playing and some were leaving. In uniform. Ridiculous, never again. Had me park in a spot at 12:19 and at 12:39 still had not received any food. My order total was $4. Worst McDonald's I've ever been to. Got to the drive-thru and the lady asked me to hold on a minute. I waited almost 15 minutes for them to take my order. When I got to the window to pay, I asked the kid if everything was okay and he said yes. They were doing a shift change. That's some bad management if you have to stop the business to make a shift change. I also ordered my burger with no bun, and when they handed it to me there was an bun. Even after and told them 3 times. They ruined the burger back and brought me out my order. I could see that they just took the buns off and gave me the same burger. I'm allergic to bread, so that was unacceptable. Plus the way they talk to customers is absolutely unprofessional. I will be contacting McDonald's Corporation. No customer service at all. They need to shut this location down because they don't care if they mess up your order. They gave my whole order to another car, and when I informed the manager she laughed and said oops, she gave all that food to somebody else. Like, what was funny about that? Poor choice in management when it comes to customer service and professionalism. Just sad. Easily the worst McDonald's you'll experience. I never write reviews, but when you are regularly waiting 30-45 minutes to get through the drive-thru, there's clearly a big problem. Avoid at all costs. Never been here before, but I will never come back. Absolutely one of the worst McDonald's waits I've ever had. And I've had a lot of them. This topped this list. Poor service and cold food. Just close it down. No one wants to work, everyone has attitudes. The managers too. No one believes in customer service anymore. And they'll try and blame the pandemic for their attitudes. The young people don't care, they're too busy being self-absorbed and could care less. Very bad service and slow, and food was cold. Very mad. We are from out of town, so we ordered through the app and found the nearest one. We checked in and there was a long car drive-through line. After 45 minutes the 10-car line decided to leave because of non-movement, and while waiting for an online order, could clearly see all the workers taking their time and giving attitude about more cars pulling in. I want my money back. I wish I could rate this into a negative rating. Horrible place, horrible workers. Don't waste your time going there, they probably won't have food or anything. The worst McDonald's I've been to in 17 states. The service is always very slow. When you pull up to the drive-thru, be ready to wait 5 to 10 minutes before someone tells you they aren't taking orders or they only accept cash, no card. The absolute worst drive-thru I have ever been to. All of the employees have an attitude and are incredibly rude. I have been there twice where no one even comes to the window to take your order, and all of the cars in the drive-thru eventually leave. When someone is actually taking orders, it takes a century to get 3 people through the line. Save your time and go to the next closest food place. Food was cold. We asked for sweet tea. It was far from sweet. Employees were pretty nice, but we had several different sandwiches and most of them were made wrong. Some looked like they had been sitting out for a while. The chicken nuggets were hard. I honestly don't know why I keep driving to this McDonald's. The point of fast food is to be fast. This place is not. The last 2 times I've just driven to the window to order food after sitting at the speaker for 5 minutes. See and avoid. Worst service ever for a McDonald's. Workers care more about jabbering than they do orders, and don't put french fries in a bag when you order them. Just dump them in the bottom of the bag and throw a french fry bag on top of it, and then forget they have you waiting for a drink you ordered. Bad service. Had a horrible experience at this McDonald's. Drive-through line was extremely slow and they must have completely skipped our order since it took 30 minutes after ordering to actually get our food. Had to go back to get a fork and syrup that were left out of the bag. Worst experience ever. Took 20 minutes to make a double quarter pounder and fries. Fries were old. They have the worst staff possible, and they have the old lady taking food out to cars in 90-degree weather. Just all around terrible. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Ta-ta.